Welcome to the GameRamble video review for Lumini, narrated by me, Darkcloud. As always, the full text version of this review can be found on the GameRamble website linked below. The TLDR is that Lumini isn't the longest or most challenging game in the market, but it features relaxing gameplay, charming visuals and a very soothing soundtrack. The flow-based adventure is a joy to play and is accessible enough that anyone can have fun with it. It also features an unlockable hard mode for players who want a challenge instead of a relaxing experience. Gameplay receives a 9 out of 10. Accessible controls and relaxing gameplay make Lumini an absolute joy to play. Graphics receives a 9 out of 10. The visuals look superb and each area has a lot of detail. Sound receives a 9 out of 10. The soothing soundtrack is an excellent match for the unique gameplay. The overall score for Lumini is 9 out of 10. And now for the full review. After vanishing without a trace for thousands of years, the race of mysterious creatures known as the Lumini finally reappears on their home world. However, due to the ravages of time, their planet has become considerably more hostile in their absence. Your mission is to guide the swarm of Lumini safely through the environment while they restore the balance of their world and revive the rest of their race. Lumini is a relaxing adventure where the emphasis is on exploring and overcoming obstacles in the way of your swarm. Your primary focus is the protection of your swarm, as in addition to the hostile creatures inhabiting the world, there are also environmental hazards to avoid. Along the way you need to collect the life energy of the planet, which is then used to bring back fallen Lumini at the checkpoints that are dotted about. It's a relatively straightforward task, but the game pulls it off so well that it's impossible not to get hooked. The Lumini, which look like flying fish-like creatures, come in 4 different colors, each with its own abilities. You start with a lone purple Lumini, but after each checkpoint your swarm expands, provided you have picked up the life energy en route. The Lumini can perform a stun attack to ward off the critters looking to make a meal out of them, but you can also opt for a more evasive approach. For example, the temporary speed boost power of the blue Lumini can be used by players to get the swarm out of harm's way. On the other hand, red Lumini can actually kill enemies with their shockwave attacks, making them more suited for aggressive players. Apart from killing or evading enemies while exploring the environments, there are also a couple of puzzles to solve in the game. None of them are particularly taxing though, as they mainly focus on the ability to split up your swarm. Splitting up the swarm allows you to perform tasks like activating multiple pressure plates. You can also hold down a button to make both swarms perform the same action, which is handy for puzzles that involve spinning separate wheels that opens doors. Although your route through the environments is always clear, you can also guide your Lumini off the beaten track in order to search for hidden areas. Doing so will often reward you with unlockables like character models and concept art. The game was created using Unity and the artists over at Speelbaars did a great job with the visual style. Everything is colourful and vibrant, which makes the game as fun to watch as it is to play. The way the Lumini lights up their surroundings as they fly past looks great, and the backgrounds feature a lot of depth. While the game plays out on a 2D plane, the 3D backgrounds make it look like you can reach right into the screen, which is quite a neat effect. There are many different environments to explore, and your swarm also evolves as you play. We would like to see some more enemies in the game, but the ones that are present feature some nice designs. Some will chase down and try to eat your Lumini, while others launch deadly projectiles towards your swarm. Lumini that are killed plummet from the sky, which is quite a heartbreaking sight, especially as there's an achievement for not losing a single Lumini. Playing Lumini is quite a relaxing experience, and the game features a suitably soothing soundtrack. Although none of the tunes stand out as catchy, they all match the game's mood perfectly and draws you further into the experience. The sound effects are also very good, especially the cute chirping sounds made by the Lumini. The game recommends a controller for the best playing experience, and we wholeheartedly agree. Controlling your swarm with an analog stick feels much more intuitive than a keyboard due to the flow-based movement and makes it easier to handle 2 swarms. We really enjoyed the great level design and charming visuals of Lumini, but the game is relatively short. The first playthrough is also quite easy, so we recommend players take their time and seek out all the hidden areas. Completing the game also unlocks a new hard mode, which provides a much bigger challenge as enemies are more numerous and more aggressive. Finally, there's some nice team achievements to aim for, such as completing the game without beating a single enemy, collecting all the energy, and not losing a single Lumini. Although it's probably not a game for action fans, Lumini is a great choice for players searching for a more relaxing experience. It's the type of game where you find yourself making detours or flying in loops just because it feels so incredible. The low difficulty curve should ensure that nobody will have problems completing the game, but try it on the hard mode before complaining that it's too easy. Speelbaars has created a fun and good looking game that is accessible to anyone, and we highly recommend Lumini to fans of more relaxing experiences. Just be sure to play it with a controller for the best experience. Thanks for joining me for this Lumini PC review. Remember to like, subscribe and share. Until next time.